Hello, good day. My name is Elena Payne, and today I will be talking about the coastal water quality in Puerto Rico. First of all, I would like to share some facts created by National Geographic. In developing countries, 70% of industrial waste are dumped and treated into waters, polluting usable water supply. On average, 99 million pounds of fertilizers and chemicals are used each year. And for last, every day 2 million tons of human waste are disposed of in waterways around the world. Now, I will be presenting some scientific articles that I found very interesting since they talk about the water contamination in Puerto Rico. The first one is titled Assessment of Non-Point Sources of Fecal Pollution in Coastal Waters of Puerto Rico and Trinidad. About 31% of the stations examined in Puerto Rico had evidence of human-derived fecal contamination. Now the second one is titled Detection of Spatial Fluctuations of Non-Point Source Fecal Pollution in Coral Reef Surrounding Waters in southwestern Puerto Rico using PCR-based assays. Human fecal contamination in coral reefs is a major cause of concern. Phylogenetic analysis showed that most isolates were of human fecal origin. The extent of fecal pollution was large and impacted extensive coral reef systems. This could have deleterious long-term impact on public health, local fisheries, and in tourism, potential if not adequately addressed. The third one is titled Paradise Lost, an introduction to the geography of water pollution in Puerto Rico. Public awareness and intersectoral political leadership are urgently needed to reverse the trend towards environmental deterioration. And the last one is titled Abundance and Distribution of Legionellidae in Puerto Rican Waters. First of all, I would like to clear some details. Legionellidae is the family name of the bacteria found in the water. Legionella is the gender, and Pneumophila is the species name. Densities of Pneumophila were the highest in sewage-contaminated coastal waters. These are the highest densities of Legionella ever reported for marine habitats. A survey of 88 fatal atypical pneumonia cases at a Puerto Rico hospital showed that 15% of the patients had pneumophila infections. This study establishes that pneumophila as a relatively common cause of atypical pneumonia in Puerto Rico and suggests natural aquatic habitats as possible sources or reservoirs of pathogenic Legionella in the tropics. There are various organizations that are deeply involved with bodies of water. These organizations mostly dedicate themselves to create a better world. What I mean by this is that they carry out many studies and establish laws and parameters for the well-being of the environment. Nonetheless, they focus their attention to the protection of human health and our safety. These organizations are the United States Environmental Protection Agency, or for its acronym, the EPA, or EPA, the United States Caribbean Coastal Ocean Observing System, or for its acronym CARICOOS, and finally, the Environmental Quality Board of Puerto Rico, or in Spanish, La Junta de Calidad Ambiental. The United States Environmental Protection Agency says that their mission is to protect human health and the environment. Their purpose is to ensure that all Americans are protected from significant risks to human health, national efforts to reduce environmental risks. Federal laws have been established to assure the protection of human health and the environment, and environmental protection contributes to making our communities and ecosystems diverse, sustainable, and economically productive. Also, nearly half of their budget goes into grants to state environmental programs, educational institutions, and others. Caricus, according to their About Us section, they are the observing arm of the Caribbean Regional Association for Integrated Coastal Ocean Observing. It is one of 11 coastal observing systems and regional associations which, along with federal agencies, constitute the national coastal component of the U.S. Integrated Ocean Observing System. They gather and provide observed data, create experimental forecasts and models, create experimental data products, run education and outreach programs, and finally promote oceanographic research projects. La Junta de Calidad Ambiental. It is the agency of the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. Its primary purpose is to protect and conserve the environment, using the necessary resources to prevent and or eliminate risks or damages that can affect it. It focuses on creating a balance between the economic development and the environment. In September 2004, the Law 416 was established as the law about environmental public policy. The agency has established regulations so that the damage caused to the environment is reduced. According to the EPA, swimming at beaches with pollution in the water or in the sand can make you ill. The statement sounds very simple, and it really is. The thing is that we take it for granted. We know that there will always be risk when swimming in a body of water, but do we really take the necessary measures? Now, I will be talking about beach-related illnesses, according to the EPA. Children, the elderly, and people with weakened immune systems are the most likely populations to develop illnesses or infections after coming into contact with polluted water, usually while swimming. Usually, the swimming related illnesses are not very serious. In most occasions, they require little treatment. The most common illnesses associated with swimming and water polluted by sewage is gastroenteritis. The symptoms of this illness are nausea, vomiting, stomach ache, diarrhea, headache, or fever. Other minor illnesses include ear, eye, and nose infections. Beach safety. The EPA suggests that one should choose swimming sites in less developed areas with good circulation. 2. That one should avoid swimming at beaches where you can see discharged pipes. 3. Finally, that one should also avoid swimming at urban beaches after heavy rainfall. Also, it is very important that people know that they can get some infections simply from getting polluted water on their skin or in their eyes. It is recommended to swim without putting our head in the water so that we are less likely to get sick. Monitoring beach waters. Agencies across the country are responsible for monitoring the quality of water at beaches. They are also responsible for closing beaches when fecal indicator bacteria in the water are too high. However, some areas have inadequate programs or simply no programs at all. This image, designed and published by the Environmental Quality Board of Puerto Rico, was emitted October 13, 2016. In order to inform the public about the beach's qualities, they identified the beaches that met with the beach action values expectations with a green flag, and the ones that did not with a yellow flag. 70% were tagged with a green flag and 30% with yellow flags. Now, this image was also designed and published by the Environmental Quality Board of Puerto Rico approximately a year before the previous image was published. It was emitted specifically in July 8, 2015. It can be used for comparison. We can observe that 8% of the beaches did not meet with the beach action values expectations and 92% did. These percentages are better ones for the public and the island in general. And finally, I would like to urge you, my audience, to help me create awareness in Puerto Rico. This is definitely not a matter to be ignored. We need to educate ourselves and fight for our rights. We deserve beaches that meet the water quality standards. Please help me to pass on this message. Thank you for watching.